3870, that's the HDFC Bank PAT performance this time around. Now remember, it has come in, at least on the first reading, and on the face of it, the reading has come in higher than what the ET Now poll was factoring in, because this on a consolidated basis, we were suggesting a number of about 3760, and this has come in higher at 3865 crore rupees. So to be precise, it's 3865, which is a fairly encouraging number. But I want to read that gross NPA number, because that too, on a Q-on-Q basis, has not seen too much of a deterioration. Stable for HDFC Bank. 1.05% versus 1.02% on a QOQ basis. So I think HDFC Bank has been known as a bank that traditionally does deliver nothing alarming on the upside or on the downside either. A stable quarter, I think, is pretty much how we've described it, pretty much every sequential quarter. NII growth at 8309, so that too has been a pretty solid number versus 8179. That's what the ET Now poll was suggesting. So on that parameter too, I think you can give a good tick mark. Provisions have come lower on a Q-on-Q basis. 716 crores is what HDFC Bank has delivered. This is versus almost 750 crore rupees. So let's just look at the report card. As things stand right now, the PAT performance has been in line with expectations. The provision has come down on a YOY and on a QOQ basis.
If you actually look at the entire results, it's a pretty good set of numbers given the environment that we are already in. Net interest income growth itself is pretty much largely in line with our own estimates at 8309 crore, a PAT of 3865 crore, again pretty much in line. Margins have declined 10 bips on a sequential basis. There was an expectation that yes, margins would be declined. So 4.1% is where the margins are versus the 4.2% in the last quarter. Not just that, stable asset quality coming in there. The absolute gross NPA numbers are just up nearly 3% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. So that's a relatively healthy asset quality given the current environment. Even the provisions are remaining pretty much stable. But do know that this is probably the first quarter wherein the growth is coming below 20%. At least in the last 10 quarters, the bank has been able to post a profit growth of 21 to 23%, and earlier, much before that, it used to be in 30%. So this is for the first time that we are seeing a PAT growth of below 20%, at least in the last 10 quarters. So that is something that we should be taking note of, that will the premium valuations for HDFC Bank in fact sustain, or is this just a one-off quarter on account of the demonetization? Because between the entire private sector banks, HDFC Bank is one of the banks wherein they have been impacted out of demonetization. Not just that, FCNRB redemptions also has been close to around $3 billion for them, and that also has impacted the overall balance sheet for HDFC Bank during this quarter.